All right, ladies and gentlemen, Dragon Warrior fans of all ages, welcome in. We are here for the DWR Week 4 between YakkoWakko20, Manned, Edge, and Destiny of Dragon Warrior. In here in the booth with me is CyberDark86. CyberDark, welcome in, buddy.
Hey, how's it going?
Fantastic. Man, there are a lot of implications for this race tonight. There's one person in a must-win situation. Everybody else is in at least a first or second place situation here as well. It's do or die for some guys here.
Yeah, it's getting into the end now. We've got this race and one more to show, and then we'll be revealing our bracket for our groups for next week. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 people already qualified, a couple semi-qualified, and that's ahead of week 5. So yeah, it's really coming down to the wire.
Most definitely. And the random percent is a huge equalizer because you never know exactly what you're going to see. But this is going to be real good. All these, most of the flags tri-stated, and both random map and growth are on. So here we go. We're going to see exactly what it is. And we don't have anybody, so no telling what kind of skins we got going on today.
Yep, no sprites. We do have NPC sprites, thank God, because that makes a lot of bonking happen.
Indeed, and a big HP right off the get-go, lots of agility, but no magic and a little bit of strength, so a pretty good start for our runners here.
Also, no keys needed, so we can open any door we need to right from the start.
Huge boost, so we'll be able to at least see what's in the treasury and possible in early gold grind.
Looks like our chests are in normal positions. Fairy water. Goldman.
Okay, so it looks like treasure guardians are on, so we've got something inside of the treasury here that somebody's going to want to see later on.
Earlier today, the Goldman was in Cantlin. Now it's moved to Tantagel. It's getting closer and closer to that king. Oh, and I like what Destiny's doing, throwing fairy waters and torches.
Huge piece, but unfortunately Destiny going to get sent back. They are hitting super hard already.
But man gets it. Gets it with the fairy water.
And we see up there on Edge's screen that we did have a jerk under the castle, so a good little piece to have and a little bit of gold. See what we've got outside the castle. Hopefully nothing too terrible.
So we found a droll bag, but it was actually the Stones of Sunlight. Haven't seen something like that in a while.
Gotta love it. So we see Knights with Stop Spell. They're not looking too noodly at the moment, so that's a little rough piece there.
And I believe we had random rewards from enemies, because I did see like 36 experience and 100 and something gold from the Goldman, maybe?
Yeah, and it looks like we also have random enemies as well with random stats, so this ought to be entertaining to say the least.
Some true chaos here tonight.
Ooh, a red dragon outside. It hits for 7, so that might not be great. And it's got baby breath, sending the ninja back home.
I do notice the red dragon only did 10 damage, but it did have sleep.
We've got Destiny finding a Wolf Lord out there. Wolf Lord's with Stop Spell. Looks pretty Stop Spell heavy, but not much damage on his end, and that's going to send Destiny home as well.
Man here throwing a fairy water at the red slime does not take it down after 11 damage. But gets it with the second.
All right, all of our runners are still trying to pull up something. We do have Mand, who's got level 2 at least. Didn't look like there's much in the way of stats for level 2, but hopefully with that right there, we're going to see a huge boost. 46 power, 18 speed, 58 HP, 25 magic, heal, hurt, sleep. It looks like we have standard spell learning.
Yeah, that it does.
And looking at that Mand already at 100 HP at level 8.
This could be a quick one, but then again, if we got random monster stats, Dragon Lord 1 could be killer.
Yep, and seeing up there on the edge of screen, we have Warlocks at 146 experience. So this is pretty tasty so far.
Man, throwing Fairy Water at the Red Dragons, 245 experience, and not enough to level.
Looks like we're going to have that little gap between 8 and 9. Man, this is huge, though. Like, big experience outside the castle. You don't have to go too far for too much exploration, or sorry, not for exploration, but for experience. Now you just got to find some things.
Those Wraiths look nice, easy kill, 50-something experience.
Yep, seeing up there on edge of screen, 956 to level 9. So it is a pretty good jump.
Man has no Fairy Water now, has been ignoring the Red Dragons, but manages to take one down with a single swing.
Low HP, high experience, you gotta love it. So standard dragons just lacking the punch power. 811 and Radiant.
Looks like Edge was picking up some more Fairy Water. Hey, that's you.
Hey, it's an imposter, I'm telling you. I don't know that guy. But it looks like south of the castle is a bust, so we're going to have to go across that bridge or up around the north of the castle to see if we can't find something.
Yeah, right now the leveling is going pretty good, so it's a good idea to stick around and just keep doing that. And then once... well, I mean, you can really wander out now. 65 attack power, 100 HP. But stay here a little bit longer and maybe get sleep and stop spell before you go further.
Yeah, because it looks like we've got a lot of spell-heavy things out here. You definitely don't want that stop spell, especially with vanilla learning. And Wolf's not really a tasty enemy. 2 experience, but a little bit of gold from that.
Gold also nice. If we find a town sometime soon, we can pick up some weapons and armor, of course.
When looking in on everybody's screen that's decided to travel a little west of the castle, looks like there's a pretty good-sized swamp outside the castle, so might be a little rough, but again, with heal and the extravagant HP pool we've got, I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue.
Yeah, lots of HP, but only very little MP. Now, we've got 10 casts of heal if we need it, but it could be a while. Well, it's going to be level 17, of course, before we get to heal more.
Yeah, in a seed like this, level 17 is a 100% guarantee. There's level 10. We got our stop spell. Didn't look like too extravagant in the stats department either, so we're just gonna kind of still waiting.
This is when you'd like to have Princess Gwaelin rescued and use Gwaelin's love. You know, how much to the next level? Should I wait around? Should I grind? But apparently level 11 was really close.
Scorpion's hitting really hard at level 8. That's, oof. 16 and then 28 immediately after. Those boys are hitting for the fences.
Level 11 had another 26 HP. We are 1 HP really away from Death Necklace territory at level 11.
And Skeleton's hitting for 43. So Skeleton's got a little pump to him, and 52 for Yakko. He's going to head back to the castle. Yikes.
Man has now picked up level 12 as well. Not much for level 18 MP, though.
So there's the start to our little magic empire there. Man's still grinding, but he's going to take off west and see what he can find out there.
Nothing to the south. We're going across the swamp here. Looks like... oh, there's Sherlock.
All right, so Big C is right outside the castle. We've got that little bit of knowledge. Drakey is taking Edge out. Warlock taking out Destiny, and Scorpion's are hitting unmanned pretty hard here as well. So this is a tough one. Lots of heavy hitters already.
Yakko just hit level 8 and got that nice HP boost, and MP for that matter.
And Destiny going to get his stones here as he's able to take down the gold man with little to no effort at level 9.
And we have our first cave sighting other than Basement of Tantagel. It is the other trading cave that we will need later on. At least, yeah, we've got stones, so definitely.
A music man looking for that harp, needing to start his band there. Meanwhile, we have more swamp and more swamp. So it looks like we kind of got somewhat of a big swamp, but not a huge swamp.
Man sights our first town, just north of where he is right now. Has to heal up to get there.
Edge also in a town in Breckenary.
Yeah. And looks like we... chainmail is cheap. Leather armor, an amazing deal.
Silver shield over on Mans where he's got Cantlin at 6,000 and Flame Sword's pretty cheap as well. So not terrible little sale going on weapons here. And man picking up herbs, which is not a terrible pickup, especially to save on some of that magic. Since he's only at 64 magic points, this is a pretty good play, especially with the swamp all over the place.
Destiny hits level 13. I think he's got our experience lead at the moment. Just took over band.
Yeah, at 13, he's got 144 HP and 90 strength. He's sitting amazing right now.
And looks like man's going to check the coordinates. Not worrying about our Rift armor at the moment.
And looks like Yakko got through some of the swamp, is now able to take a look around and see what we've got. And our coordinates are very walkable, 9 north, 15 west.
No complaints about that at all.
Looks like the princess is going to stick around where she's at and just kind of chill.
Yeah, you're exploring a huge swamp up here. I'm seeing a cave. I don't know if it's the same one man saw. From a different angle, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like both Edge and Yakko are in the same spot. Demon Knight for 136. Rogue Scorpions, though, got a little pump to him. And Yakko tries to run and gets taken out, so he's going to get back to the house. Looks like Mand is making the trip north. He's going to try and go north a little bit first to try and find the search spot. Looks like he's got a little bit of a stop there, so he's going to start making his way west. But it's again pretty close to the castle. He's got a good shot here at picking up whatever's in the swamp.
Yeah, it looks like it might be in this little spot here. And we've got the sword. Wow.
Big swing already, so Mand is sitting in real good position to just kind of throw out at 130 attack power already at 13.
So you notice on our tracker there, they were all green-orange stats pretty much. That's enough to almost fight the Dragon Lord as is, and he's only level 13. We need heal more. We're going to 17, so the stats are going to be great.
And Yakko going to take the gold man down, pick up his stones here shortly. And there's the town of Rimmildar up on Edge's screen, but no need for keys because, well, we are keyless on this one. Man finding our Sparko Bridge here just behind Sharlock Castle. But since he's already got the sword, no need to worry. And armor in Rimmildar, very nice pickup there. So that's going to keep the 2 HP for Edge getting taken down every time he takes a step.
Picking up the broadsword there. Doesn't have Erdrick's sword yet. I don't believe you've seen Caitlin. The silver shield is probably going to come if we can manage to get 6,000 gold. Large shield is more expensive, so silver is the better option in this case.
And we've got a free cave right outside Rimeldar. We'll see what's in said free cave. And we've got gold, a mini gold grind silver shield right there in Rim. Yeah, I think that's a good play.
Yeah, it's only going to take a couple minutes to grind that. It's really the only other thing you need. Because Erdrick's sword will come eventually anyway.
Destiny getting more of that in. He finds the Rimeldar and the money cave out there as well, so he's about to pick up his armor. All right, so all the things starting to be found. Now we just need mountain and grave, so we can get those two knocked out real quick. Yakko, find the music man.
I would imagine if we found Hoxness, it shouldn't be a problem at this point either.
Oh no! Even without Hurtmore, this is just going to be a weapons clinic with the ludicrous amount of HP we've already got.
Yakko picking up the flame sword. Destiny picks up the broad.
Everybody in varying degrees of equipment right now, but man with that sword is going to be huge, being able to take down things that he normally wouldn't be able to take out without Hurtmore.
9 gold half plate, really nice for Yakko down here. Upgrades from a chainmail.
And man finding Swamp South and another town just away from Swamp South there, so let's see what we've got. And it is Gierenham, so we might have a few chests here.
Yep, and I think we're guaranteed to have grave or mountain down here, unless it's the other end of the swamp.
True. We also, I believe, have Tablet Cave as well still, so...
Right.
Few possibilities here, but there's a guarantee of at least 3 chests in here.
Edge picking up silver shield. Is all equipped out now, except for the sword.
And okay. Yakko finding Cantlin's going to go get his coordinates as well now.
Gold, fairy water, and an herb, I believe, in the back of Gierenham.
And the true Joel Magi over there, Destiny getting level 14, 3 power, 1 speed, 2 HP, 5 magic.
Repel is their next spell at level 15, and then Healmore at 17. I highly doubt we'll be going any higher than that, unless you just naturally get experience.
Well, man, getting Mountain Cave, first chest up top is a gold chest. Doesn't look like there's anything pretty rough in here. Druin's hitting for 30, though.
Those skeletons still hitting hard, even with their armor and silver shield.
Skeleton's going to be the MVP of the night right now. Goodness, man.
More gold.
More gold on chest number 2.
Dragon scale. And more gold.
One last chest down here. And then not a whole lot else going on at the moment. Destiny in a new area roaming around, so let's see if he can find anything else we're missing. And we've got a Sparko search. Nothing there, as we already know. The search spot is just north of the castle. We've got Yakko also finding Gierenham, finding Mountain Cave. Or no, he's found Tablet Cave.
Ah, the Fighter's Ring. Extra 2 attack here.
Chat showing Metal Slimes for 6 experience points. Not really worth it today.
Man, getting swamped by skeletons here in the bottom of Mountain Cave.
Not a fun place to be. Skeletons everywhere, and they are just hitting hard like Mack trucks, man. Spectres at 114 got a little experience to them. However, Wraith Knight's only 6 experience, not so much.
And on north here for Yakko.
And Destiny finds Gierenham as well. So now all of our runners except one have found Gierenham at this point, but not a whole lot in Gierenham to be found.
There was a token down there in Mountain Cave, though.
Oh, so the last one was token. So okay, it's a needed piece then. Drakey's hitting at 25 with silver and armor. That's oof.
I did see what Yakko was killing there, but they were getting him he was getting 251 experience. Was that the Drakey?
I did not see, but that is pretty tasty. We know that we have red dragons for 245. Something else is given. A Drakima RG says he thinks so. A nice little experience boosts. Mand is heading back down. I think he's picking up gold. Yep, we're picking up gold in the chests here for Mountain, so we're doing a small gold grind in Mountain Cave.
That about 60... Okay, 7,200 gold now, which is enough for the silver shield.
Meanwhile, Scorpion up there is taking a pounding. That's well over 65 damage, 96 damage, and it finally went down.
Looks like everyone's pretty much converging on Gierenham at the moment.
Yeah, lots of Mountain Cave looks here. Another skeleton for Mand here. He is just having all kinds of fun with skellies today.
So the only thing we're looking for now is Harp. I think we're missing Darkness and Grave, I believe.
Yep, and looks and Cole. So yeah, we're missing we're missing 3 spots that are going to have our most amount of chests. They can be any. Well, there's another town over there on Mand's screen, so let's see what Mand has found. Once he gets back down there, the Wizards have hurt more and send Mand back home, unfortunately. 2,305 for the next level for 15. And Yakko picking up all of his stuff down in the mountain cave there, fixing to find his token. And Destiny picks up his silver shield, so now we've got just about everybody with silver shield except for Yakko at the moment, but I'm pretty sure if he decides to recognize the mini grind he's got there, if he's got outside, he can quickly pick up that cold to grab the shield.
The metal slimes go down in 1 hit, but only 6 experience and 10 gold.
And Destiny has found coal, so let's see what's here, if it is our final piece, or is it going to be a fairy flute, so it is not.
Just vanilla things here. Destiny looking to see if he could pick up a flame, maybe? No.
That 1 gold leather armor, though.
Ooh, those magicians were 251. Wow.
Very tasty indeed. So Yakko heading back in. I think we got a gold. He had enough of a gold grind, and he did. So he's going to pick up his silver shield. Now everybody is kitted out, at least shield-wise. Now we just got a couple of them that need to find armor, and a couple that need to find coordinates.
I saw this mentioned in chat that Man had found a wizard with death. Didn't get to see it, but Destiny was just hitting for at least 61 and that wizard in Hoxton's.
Oh, so they have a huge punch and hurt more. So they were built for this.
Oh, and a skeleton on the spike tile.
Man, oh man, here we go.
In all reality, a lot of people have been taking down the skeletons now. It just takes a lot of resources to do it.
And the fact that they're hitting like Mack trucks, that doesn't help. Oh, Destiny goes for sleep and doesn't get it, so he's going to take off again. And at this point, he's going to damage race him.
Big range there, 28-52.
Got down to 46 and decided, no, not going to chance it. We'll try this again with full resources, or full HP resources.
Yeah, looking for the big swings there.
Gonna try it on
1 HP crits.
Hakai! Gets the shot in and picks up the silver harp. So Destiny is now in grind and go, as he knows where both music and the jerk are. So all he's got to do now is find sword, so he can at least have that. But I think at this point, even still, a flame sword will get you where you need to be.
Yeah, for sure. Man is in on the skeleton now, and I think is just gonna swing.
Yeah, Mand is well into the upper echelons of damage, so he is not needing to worry too much with that sword.
So Mand and Destiny now have all 3 items they need. And now Yakko's near Hoxton's too. At level 10, only 97 attack. I don't know, maybe. Has a lot of HP, but I don't know if it's enough to survive.
It's all questionable at this point, right? Yeah, Destiny 5 minutes in did a complete reset, and yeah, he's considerably caught up now, so he's in really good shape. And those dastardly wizards at it again. Multiple Hurtmores on Man there. He's going to go for this last shot. Gets it. 71 and 11. Not really worth it for the wizards to be a viable target there.
No, that's something you're going to want to avoid.
So all of our runners in various positions of knowledge and pieces and parts right now. Both Destiny and Man in real good spots. Man still needing to find Rimmildar for armor. Destiny needing to find Cantlin for coordinates. Edge needing Cantlin for coordinates, but still needs Token and Harp. And Yakko just needs Harp and Rimmildar, and he's in good shape. So we're, like I said, varying pieces and parts here.
Man is sticking around Hoxton's here. I guess wants to grind. The Star Wyvern has heal more.
Oh, that's gross.
145 experience though, not bad. But these wizards are here, and that's, well, as long as you could run from them, I guess.
I don't know. I'm kind of partial to outside the castle with the red dragons and the warlocks. You've got a much tastier, and Yakko sees it too, so he's already, or he's on his way for something else. But that's a pretty good spot, I think, for a grind.
Yeah, grind real close to home, real close to the castle. No better place, really. Troll Magi here is okay at 110.
one-shotting Green Dragons for 145 isn't terrible either. So it's not a terrible decision. It's just, unfortunately, Mand has the knowledge of it takes a lot to get to 15, so he's just kind of dealing with what he needs. And Destiny finding Cantlin, or finding Cantlin and getting his coordinates, so he now knows where Sword's at. He is in real good shape at this moment.
Yakko now walking through swamp.
All right, so Yakko now getting Gierenham as well, but he already knew where that was. So looks like Swamp North doesn't really take you too far away, but not anything spectacular or unreachable either.
Destiny now with the Staff of Rain just needs a rainbow drop, and of course we know that that's at home.
So at this point, Destiny is in grind and go. He just needs to get some levels. He got to get to level 17. So yeah.
What? It is commentating while racing. Oh no.
No. See, if you look at the name over there, that's Ninja Talvaron. Well, it's Edge Racing. So I don't know who this Edge guy is.
I get you.
Edge getting into Mountain now, though. He's going to find his token, so he is getting there. But meanwhile, like you said, Destiny and Mand both now past that huge blockade at 14 to 15. So hopefully we don't have too many more blocks here.
Yeah, I think we'll get a Princess Rescue this seed, so no easy way to find out how much experience you need, of course, without going home.
And Destiny is walking around thinking that he's going to have to go another roundabout way, not realizing he just has to go north of the castle. This is going to cost him a little bit of time here. And token for Edge. Yakko in Hawksness, so he's going to be able to pick up his harp here real quick, but going to definitely need a full heal here.
I'm not sure where Mand is, but 2 caves in sight.
I think one of those is Swamp North, and the other one might be Tablet.
And that it is.
Meanwhile, Yakko is over here fighting the skeleton for his life right now, and he's hitting pretty hard, but he gets the Hakai for 117, and he's going to take the skeleton down. It looks like all you have to do is get the skeleton to get you to red HP, and you just crit him immediately.
Alright, Mand gets the fighter's ring from Tablet. So Mand is looking for Rimmelder, I believe.
Indeed, that is the one thing he's missing is armor. However, Destiny fixing to pick up sword, and he's in grind and go mode. Edge picks up harp. We have 150 HP on the skeleton, but only 14 agility and 7 defense. So he's really just a big, fluffy steel hammer.
For those who were trying sleep earlier, 15 out of 16 resist. Not impossible, but nearly.
All right, so everybody is in, again, varying stages of findings and things of that nature. Destiny and Mand both at level 15, Edge and Yakko at 14, but everybody has just about everything with the exception of Edge missing sword, and now Edge has flute.
Our 2 bottom runners missing armor as well, it seems.
True there, true there. I think Mand is going to try for the possibility of armor being in Sharlock.
best drawing we can see right now is just south of Tantagel. There's red dragons there that go down in one hit. I think there might be some greens, some Morlocks. Really juicy enemies that go down pretty quick. Pretty close to where Yakko is now.
Yakko, though, is fully ready. I think he's turned in just... Oh, no, he was missing his staff, so he didn't get Rainbow Drop. Man now having Rainbow Drop. Destiny having Rainbow Drop. Destiny's going to grind right outside of Sharlock.
Man cast outside there, but you're not really in a dungeon, so outside doesn't work. Yeah, I think Man is going for armor and Sherlock here.
This is a rough play, and it is a full Sharlock too. I think he immediately nopes out and says, "You know what? I'm just going to go try and find what I'm missing."
Yeah, short Sherlock there would be worth going in just to check the treasury. I've done that sometimes at like level 1.
Chad asking, guessing we've only seen Magician and Red at 250. Yes, lots of 150s with things, but Magician is 251, Red Dragon 245, and everything else is around 150 to 160. So not terrible.
Oxness had the harp. Yeah, Man has indeed killed the skeleton. I think everyone has by now.
Yep, everybody's got harp at this point. Now it's just trying to find the last pieces and parts. Edge, they're finding Grave, but we all know that there's nothing in Grave, so that's going to be a fun dive.
I don't think anyone has checked the Swamp Spike. I find usually in Chaos the spikes aren't really great.
Drakeys are hitting like Sherman tanks as well, and Yakko finding his armor, so he's going to pick this up here real quick. And Mand also finding Grave, so he's going to dive that as well.
Looks like Yakko's about to get his armor.
So, as we did state earlier, for Yakko and Edge, this is a must-win. Destiny can pull any position to still kind of be in this, and Man needs at least top 2 finish to still be in the race here and not face elimination. So this one has a lot of implications for everybody needing wins and or positioning. So right now, though, Destiny in the best spot at level 17 now. So I'm not seeing the stats just yet, but it looks like this might be in almost go mode for Destiny here.
Based on the stats we had earlier, yeah, MPs are only lagging stat now. And at 157 HP and 138 attack, it shouldn't be a problem, but DL1 could be a problem.
Oh yeah, DL1 is going to be the crazy. It's also going to depend on what they shove into Sharlock, whether or not Sharlock decides to be the great equalizer or not.
I can imagine we'll see Drakeys down there, probably skeletons, maybe a few other things. Wizards, probably.
And Edge's full dive of Sharlock coming up Bupkis, full dive of Grave coming up Bupkis, so Man is about to find the exact same thing.
Does get level 16 out of it, though.
Magician's in here. That's pretty tasty. Grab some experience on the way down.
Yeah, with there being one-shot kills, I mean, why not take them? Because you might get another level.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, the extra boost in anything can't hurt you.
There are no stairs here. You need to search for them first.
And they magically appear.
Yep, there's the wizards.
Destiny going to cast Repel, but it's not enough to keep the wizards away. Or magicians. Wow.
They're only doing 2 damage to you.
That is a huge bonus as compared to finding a skeleton and it's still hitting for about 45, 46.
And hey, level 18, 1 extra power, 6 hit points, and 2 magic. Magic not going to make a difference here.
Schmike bringing up a good point. That was only him casting Hurt, so that might be something else.
And level 19, just like that, the next kill. 4, 0, 10, and 1. And hurt more. Not that we're ever going to use it.
Yeah, so the extra padding to the stats there is just going to help Destiny out here. Sitting in real good position. All he's got to do is get to the bottom.
And that Magician did just hit Destiny for 47, even at level 19.
Ouch.
Yeah, that would do it, 150 attack.
And now Edge has coordinates, so Edge is in a good spot here. But he is, again, going to have to get that sword, and he's going to have to make up some levels, and that is rough with Destiny on his way down.
I might consider going with the Flame Sword, but still got to get level 17 anyway. And it looks like Edge is doing the same thing, going to the west first instead of the north.
Yeah, and I guarantee you that's going to not play off in his favor. Alright, so Yakko is, I think, heading over here to drop off the harp, pick up his staff, and he will be in grind and go mode. Man's still trying to find armor, or just forgone armor at the moment, and is going with some attack stuff.
Yep, just grinding for 17. He's at 16 now, so...
And there we go, man dying because he was indeed at a dead end, so he's going to go ahead and head back. Still need Rimmildar for him. He is, without finding it's going to be a little rough for him. Destiny now on the U floor, so it is getting ready to be go time for him.
It's just still looking the wrong way, or trying to go around for that sword.
Dropping off harp and going to still continue around, I believe, and is going to find that he's going the wrong direction. Meanwhile, Yakko is finding red dragons everywhere outside the castle and getting quick experience here.
And man in the exact same spot. This is the best grind zone we've seen.
Yeah, I mean, you've got warlocks out there for 146. You've got some green dragons mixed into the mix. You've got red dragons for 245. This is definitely the best spot to do what you need.
Alright, here comes that spike tile. It's Drakey.
Drakeys were a little tanky, so not great, but he hits the sleep on him. Less than 10 heal mores in the tank, but again, with 173 HP, I don't think that's going to be a problem. I think we're going to see a lot of doubles and triples coming up.
Drakey must have a high agility here.
High agility and strength, because he is hitting still well into 19 over 20s and 30s. All right, here we go. DL1, we're going to see what kind of crazy we got here since we have a lot of random on everything else. 38 for our first shot. Stop spell, so that is exactly what Destiny wanted to see. The hurt more, so it looks like he's pretty vanilla here.
Yeah, it goes down in a couple of hits, not too bad. Now we worry about our HP here on Dragonlord 2.
Well, DL2 just got stop spelled, so it means it had something.
Not seeing it sleep, so chances are there's a heal on the back end.
And Mand is going down to see if armor is under the castle, and this is going to be painful to watch. So far, though, pretty free fight for Destiny. The only thing that stops him here is a miss menu, but it looks like he's very careful what he's doing. He's getting a lot of really good shots in here, and this is going to be pretty much it here, probably in the next few hits.
Seems like it, yeah. For over other 3 runners, Mand has got the experience lead, but still doesn't have armor. Edge, I think you just picked up the Rainbow Drop, but are still level 14. And Yakko is a couple levels down as well, or 1 level down at 16.
Well, there it is. Get your GGs out in chat for Destiny of a Dragon Warrior. He is going to be our first place finisher today, and that is going to give him 5 big points, which now eliminates Edge, and I believe Yakko still has a chance if he can finish second, but that does eliminate Edge from the playoffs in general. So, GGs to Destiny. Here we go, though. Who is going to race for second place here? Man, though, in a little bit of trouble because we know that armor is not down here. It is in Rimuldar, and he has yet to find Rimuldar.
Whoever our players on that amazing grind just outside home.
I mean, Red Dragons for the win, right? Arturius says, Destiny should be penalized 3 points for not being in chat for the vodcast. Alrighty, so Yakko getting 17. He's going to fill up on magic, get a quick heal here, and he is going to be on his way hitting the repel. All right, so it is game time at full resources. Well, no, Yakko's only at 16. He's not... I think he's going to try it on 16.
Nope, he's 17. I just saw his stats page.
Oh, gotcha. Just okay. We missed this. So at 17, I was going to say without heal more, that's a gutsy call there, Cotton. And Mand on his way over to Judge's table now as well, so this is going to be real rough for him. All right, so Yakko's on his way down. If he can finish here, it puts him at 10 points and keeps him in contention with a win next week. But it is going to be if he can get down there without any issues. We've seen a lot of stuff that still hits pretty hard.
And check the judge's table. There was nothing there. Now has to go find Rimuldar.
And Yakko's just fighting everything down there, but he's finding out that some of that stuff still hits pretty hard, even at level 17.
Edge now pretty close within the next... Oh, there's the enemy for 17.
So now at this point, it's a race to the bottom, and Mand absolutely needs to find that armor. He's got to find Rimbledar somewhere.
Meanwhile, it looks like he's filling up on maybe fairy water.
That is a good possibility. And there goes Edge off on his way to Sharlock, so it is going to be quote-unquote lockstep with him and Yakko, but Yakko's got the lead already on the U floor. Again, barring any kind of craziness, Yakko's got this on lock. Druid Lords with heal and scared of you, so that's not too terrible.
Be a good time to use a fairy water repel, but you kind of want to save every bit of MP you can.
Yeah, because as we saw on Destiny's screen, he used up the sleep. He had 10 heal mores, and he was down to his last heal more, but he still managed to get through there pretty clean, so not a terrible fight for him.
Yakko's at 11, so it does have a little bit of MP to spare. But you never know when you might want to sleep or heal or stop a bill.
I think he's going to try and damage race this little Druid Lord here, and does get it. Looks like he wasn't able to run from it, so it looks like the Druid Lords have a little bit of agility to them. Oh my! The Metal Scorpion just hammered him for 91.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 128 agility there on the Druid Lord, so not easy to get away from, even with our current agility sitting at
Near
80.
max.
Oh my, near max attack power. The 3 HP. Metals are not nice. All right, Yakko on the beach going in, and we're going to see that Drakey. He's going to use some herbs to kind of get some resources back here. And yes, sir, there it is. And man now has his armor. He's going to have to quickly hit return. And man, this is going to be rough for him.
Heals before it's going to go back in the castle, I think, and take that extra MP back.
Indeed, we have Yakko. He didn't pick up any resources and is not going to waste any of his heals. So here we go.
Just trying to heal walk, though, and that's not always a good thing.
Mand in chat says, I don't often fully clear the map, but when I do, I choose... Wait a second, I actually think I full cleared like 80% of my races of practice seats this year.
Sometimes that's the way it goes, unfortunately.
All right, so we have 2 extra heal mores for Yakko here, so he is going to have a couple here. Yeah, so this ought to be interesting for him. Like I said, as long as he doesn't mismenu anything, he's in good shape, but he gets a much easier deal 1 fight. And yeah, that's pointed out in chat. Man, not so many magicians. I don't know if Man knew that the magicians were 251 experience for a 1 shot either. And Edge hitting every Druid Lord that the final floor has to offer.
Yeah, with that agility, you pretty much got to take them down. Unless they run away.
So far, our rolls are looking really good for Yakko. He just looks like he may have about halfway through his fight here. Man, though, is frantically running down these stairs.
Edge about to take on that Drakey as Yakko finishes it out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, get those GGs out in the chat for YakkoWakko20 as he finishes with just under 54.5 minutes there. So that is a second place finish for him, and it does keep him in contention with 3 points there.
$218 HP, 104 attack power. Wow.
All right, so Edge beginning his DL1 fight here.
And man, not far behind on the bottom floor.
Yeah, but he's finding those Druid Lords. He's able to get away from that one, though. Edge through a pretty easy DL1. Let's see if DL2 gives him any other pieces here. Manned almost to the spike tile. Edge getting a triple off that get-go, a very physical Dragon Lord so far for him.
Man now through the Drakey and on to DL1.
Edge swinging on 48, gets the lucky shot. Man tries for the stop spell, does not get it. But gets 2 stop spells in a row for the DL1. And the low roll's going to do it. Get your GGs out for Edge in the chat there, finishing in 3rd place with 2 points. Unfortunately, that is going to knock him out, and it's going to knock Mand out because Mand is only going to get the 1 point, being 1 point shy of the cutoff. So GG's everybody running this one. This was a fun seed so far, I can see. This was definitely one of those that everything that could swing hard was. A lot of things just kind of hammering it out, and Mand is going to finish this out hopefully pretty quickly.
Yeah, it should here, unless there's a miss menu. And it's hard to miss menu heal more when you don't have hurt more. Of course, you could miss menu it with heal.
And our Dragon Lord 2 there rolled on the low end, and did not roll any spells either, so it was just kind of a good shot on the stop spell, but nothing but fight and DL fire. So there we go.
And just like that, takes it out.
All right, get your GGs out in the chat for Secret Agent Man. He did his best. All 4 runners, an amazing show out here. So Destiny with a win gets 5 points. He's going to continue on and still be in there. YakkoWakko getting 3 points, puts him at 10 and keeps him in contention. And Edge and Mand are going to be mathematically eliminated from contention here. But a great showing by everybody here tonight.
For sure. This was a pretty close race. Destiny was a few minutes ahead. Everyone else was within, what, 4 minutes of each other pretty much? Even less.
Oh yeah, no, it was a very close race right there at the end. So, GGs to everybody. I wish we could get the others here in chat with us to get their thoughts and whatnot. I know what my thoughts to this race was. Lots of fun, but that I think what cost Edge was the complete trip around trying to find that sword and finding it way late than everybody else.
Yeah, pretty much the same with Man, just finding that armor so late. I think Man would have been a lot closer to the top had he found the armor.
Oh yeah, I think if Man finds Rim earlier in the game, he and Destiny were neck and neck. So, GG's to both of them though. We do have another race coming up here shortly, guys. It will be the other vodcast that we have, and if I'm not mistaken, that is going to be. Let me take a look here real fast. It's going to be just Chris Finicus, Jay Coper, and Ladab, I believe, is that one. So that will be coming up here shortly as we do. See, there we go. Jay Coper, just Chris, Ladab, and Finicus will be the Group 5 match coming up. So we're going to take a small break here on the channel for everybody to get things changed over, some small nuances for the staff in the background here, and we will have that back up coming up shortly. Am I CyberDark? All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second half of our vodcast for the evening as we have our second race, which is going to be against YakkoWakko20, Ladab, and Vinicus. And joining me back in the booth is CyberDark86. So first race, a fun one. A lot of people getting heartbroken while two others continue forward. And with these two, we have some of the same pieces. We have some must-win situations, and a finish or two can't hurt.
For sure. And looks like we're starting off with 4 strength and 31 HP, which means probably big swamp, and who knows if we can kill anything.
Indeed. So looking at the stat screen here, Dob needs at least a second place finish or a second or third place finish to continue forward. YakkoWakko20 can finish in fourth, and Vinicus is in there. So everybody could advance if Ladab, as long as Ladab finishes in second or third.
Yeah, another race that we really want to see the results of. And this is the last race we haven't shown. I think the only other race that wasn't shown on this channel or RPG Limit Break was the Group 11, which was shown on your channel, Edge, a couple of nights ago.
Indeed, and that one was one heck of a race too. Really big finish on that one. So here we go. Everybody starting to pick things up. We have once again another no character seed, but we have our NPCs, so we'll be able to at least see that. Do we have keys? And that is a resounding yes.
All right, no free keys this time. We're going to have to find Rimuldar or a free key somewhere in a cave.
And judging from no spells but 10 magic, we might have another vanilla spell learning.
Indeed, and we also see the chests are in their vanilla locations, so no having to search for the random chest locations.
And slime is 1 and 2, so we have normal, at least normal experience on our stuff. And I haven't seen anything with anything dirty, spell wise or equipment wise. Sorry, can't think.
That was.
Yeah, that thing. So it looks like we have some vanilla monsters as well.
Wouldn't it be weird if everything rolled vanilla?
Oh my goodness, right? Everything's vanilla-ish except for you can't see it yourself, and oh man, yeah, vanilla locations, vanilla spells. That would be fun. We did have gold in the treasury, and we didn't see anybody walk around to see if we could find anything. So, oh well, there we go. We've got just Chris taking a look around, seeing if he can see anything. But we do have a big swamp.
Now, I think we have random experience required because we're at the 5 experience on the Dob side and do not have level 2 yet.
Oh boy! So this is going to be interesting. If level 1 is way out there for our experience requirements, this could be fun. Jacob seeing that he's going to see, okay, what is the next level requirement? So we'll find that out here in just a second.
Another 5 points. Okay, not too bad.
And of course, Juf showing no torch attempt yet. No, nobody's tried to throw a torch yet, so we don't even know if those are usable. Of course, we haven't really found an enemy that we want to throw it at either.
This Drakey maybe, but probably a ghost or something.
Jacob taking the death, trying to see if there was anything in that direction, but he's going to go ahead and do a quick restart here.
Did he save before he left? Yes, he did.
He did, so he has that. He knows that there's not much south except for swamp, so it's just going to kind of be stick around on these slimes.
All right, Ladab and Ghost Chris have got level 2. Looks like 8 attack power. Missed every. I know with no MP, and I missed everything else.
8 attack, 2 agility, nothing else.
Wow.
That is definitely an exclamation level for my channel, but that is not friendly here, so we won't go there.
And there we have the torch throw on a ghost, and torches do work.
All right, so items throwable, but we still have the. Do we have Death Necklace? And if not, then small gold grind at least there, but not much else.
YakkoWakko getting out and exploring. I think Venicus is down this way too. The desert tiles might be better for grinding here.
Indeed, and YakkoWakko are already at level 2 and working to catch Ladab, who's already at 29 and still at level 2. So this is going to be entertaining to see what the gaps between Ladab's next level is. 1 experience point. He was just right there, so a little slime will give it to him.
Okay, with that, I think Venicus should hit level 3 if he manages to take out this ghost. And just crit 1 experience away as well.
Well, they're both going to get it, and it's going to give us 1 speed, 2 HP, 2 magic, and heal. So guarantee now level 17.
2 seeds in a row.
And without the random XP, that's going to be fun. But we have on Venicus' side of town, so we might see some gear for Venicus here in just a second.
If he can get away from this magic wyvern, and no.
Unfortunate.
Too bad too. Had enough gold for a hand axe, assuming vanilla prices.
That would have been real nice, especially with the kind of small attack power we have here. Would have been real good, but unfortunately, to quote another fun RPG of the same era, "'Tis a sad thing that your adventures have to end here."
Yeah, we all know it's Oxness anyway.
That was in my head. I don't know why you're in my head, but nope,
Oh,
we
it's
have
not.
Garenham.
And we've got random
look
prices.
at that.
Pick up a half plate here.
Hand axe, half plate, and almost got enough for a large shield as well, but going for the large shield instead.
Right, a large shield is something, unless you get the silver shield really cheap, it's probably going to be the last shield you buy. So I can understand that.
And Juf asking the RPG, that was Shadowgate, one of the Mac adventure games. I loved those games as a kid, and just a lot of fun.
YakkoWakko up to level 6 already. So that big gap there for the first lot of experience has gotten down to 45, I think, for level 6.
Yep. So small rough start ends up being a decent middle, and YakkoWakko trying to decide where we spend the gold here. He's going to go with the hand axe, and we're going to go shield or half plate. He's going to go shield. I think he's got enough for both, and he doesn't. Just short.
I will go with that 2 gold chainmail. And level 5 here for Ladab is 43 experience, so it was only 2 experience to level 6.
All right, so our runners here quickly finding that the experience for the rough start is going to catch up to them. It's not so bad.
And at 51 experience, we're at level 7, and at 55, we're getting level 8.
All right, so already level 8 this far in. Let's see if we continue that little trend. And no, we don't. So not going to get a couple experience points for the next one. Bet you the 8 to 9 is going to be a little bit rough.
Yeah, we've got to have another big gap here somewhere. But nope, 61 brings level 9.
Venicus trying to take on this knight, not working for him, but he is going to get away and heal up there. Ladab about to find Gierenham here.
It has
So
enough for half-plate.
Enough for a hand axe as well, if he so chooses. This depends. I'd go with that hand axe with our attack power not quite being up to snuff here.
Yeah, right now you want to take things down quick. Oh, and Breckenary here for Just Chris.
Well, let's see what's in that armor shop and see if we can pick up anything else in there. Small shield for 5, and that's about it. Everything else, Breckenary trying to break a man there. The only cheap thing in town is the inn. But I think we have a cave just outside of Breckenary there, and Just Chris is going to get level 5. Actually, I think level 6 there because he is at 54.
Actually, level 8.
Level 8.
And there's a Rainbow Drop Cave. The Dob and level 10 at the same time.
Right? Wow. Okay. So we have Jerk, we have Stop Spell. Not huge here. But no, I don't think you've missed anything high spirits. I think we're still in good shape. Everybody's still searching. We picked up a few pieces of gear. Other than that, nothing major. Jay Coper back into Gierenham. Going to take a quick rest and continue forward with some leveling.
Bennick is putting a wyvern to sleep and gets an excellent move. It wakes up.
And the hurt for a guaranteed double digit, that's going to give him some experience, and that's going to put him close to catching up to Ladab there. I think close to level 10.
Yep, level 10 for sure.
And Ladab fighting him in a slime, but it gets away.
Just Chris a little short on money for that half plate there.
And Ladab seeing Breckenary as well, and he's going to see Breckenary and Jerk, so there's a good piece for him. And Venicus finding Hawksness. So if it is a vanilla search, he's going to find his armor there, but not near ready for that.
Also finds a mountain cave, and this should be an easy explore. Coper finds another town. He's got Rimmaldar, so has keys, but doesn't have enough gold for any. He's 1 gold short.
Well, depending on what the monster set looks like outside, you could grind pretty quick. Oh, it is swampy outside.
Yeah, we only need 1 kill, and there's a metal slime.
Just crit, right? That's all he needs to do.
Yep, seems to work for everybody else.
Now he's got to let it get him down to red HP first, though. That's his second hit. He just needs 1 more. There's the red HP. He's going to heal because this thing is just religiously casting the hurt on him. And going to miss that one. Tried for the stop spell. This metal slime's sticking around. He just wants to keep going. And he does get it for 255, so let's see where that puts us. Not at level 11.
And 6 gold was just enough to buy that 1 key. So I would imagine he'd grab the 1 and maybe go back to Tanagel and see if we can get some gold in there.
Or pick up a little bit of gold just outside of Tanagel, enough to pick up another key, and hope that the armory... I think that'd be a save, and hopefully the armory's got some gold in it, but yeah, wow.
Yeah, maybe look for another, I think about 89 gold, so maybe just wander around, like you said, outside Tanagel, build that up.
Melee Wizard saying one of the longest metal slime fights I've ever seen. That was a pretty hefty slime fight there. And another one. He's got one, but the slime says, you know what? I saw what happened to my buddy. I'm out of here. So Jay Coper found him a little metal slime area over here.
Alright, the Goblin Mountain Cave. About to pick up the first chest here. It's an herb.
And looks like it is vanilla chests, according to Juve. So, yeah, we should see an item down here, I believe. No, not an item down here.
Fighter's Ring?
Fighter's Ring, yes. And possibly Death Necklace. But judging that Vinicus has the Fighter's Ring, it doesn't look like Death Necklace was a thing.
So in that case, someone did see Hawksness earlier, and the armor should be there.
Yeah, so far, Jacoper, Ladab, and I think Vinicus have all seen Hawksness, so there we go. And we did pick up 11 over on Jacoper. He is just tearing these metal slimes up right now.
$115 gold for Ladab, so definitely no Death Necklace. We'll see if anyone accidentally picks it up in the 1 in 32 chance.
And Jacob are going to take the transportation home, as he did not have enough for an inn there in Rimeldar, as it cost 55 gold. But it is 1,070 to level 12. So our runners are going to be grinding for just a bit, but he did get enough to pick up a couple of keys. So we're going to see, at least look downstairs and see what's downstairs.
Yeah, no keys here for only 5 gold left. Of course, those metal slimes only give 6 gold for each kill.
And we have the Music Man downstairs. We're going to reset and just check the armory instead.
Yep, and if the armory doesn't give anything good, may reset again.
Nah, just wait for that time. We do have some keys. Ladab finding another cave. Vinicus going home. Oh yeah, the armory will have cash because it is vanilla, so we're going to have some decent gold here. We'll come away with a couple thousand here.
Unfortunately, not having another key, but Jay Cobra knows where Rimeldar is now. We'll probably head back that way.
But with the interesting sale on weapons and everywhere, he has the ability to pick up some better weapons and armor as well. He did pick up the chainmail earlier. He can definitely pick up the half plate, and if he could find a couple other towns with some decent gear, could completely gear out pretty quickly as well. But right now, again, with the notice that Hawksness is where it is, and vanilla chests, vanilla search locations, as soon as they get enough stats to try and take on the Axe Knight there, we could see a quick alleviation in what we've got going on here.
For sure. I imagine most people are going to start looking for the Flame Sword too, because Erdrick's Sword will be in Sharlock.
Indeed, Judge's Table is in play, so we'll have to watch that unfold. Again, we know that Sharlock is also going to be a little bit rough because it's going to be your standard Sharlock enemies as well.
Well, we don't know if it's a short Sharlock or not. If it is, you'll still have to go up Erdrick's Sword if you still need it. Also, we haven't seen any story items.
Indeed, and with looking there at Ladab's screen, it is not an open Sharlock, so it is 100% that we're going to have to find those pieces and parts. So we know that Harp is probably going to be downstairs. We know Token is going to be somewhere in the world. or downstairs in the grave. We know Token's going to be somewhere out in the world. So, yeah, this is going to be an interesting piece because we got to find all the things, and they look like they're in a lot of different directions.
So J Cobra's going to the shop up here. I don't know if he's checked this before. No point in grabbing the chest down here. I think it's a set of wings.
Magic armor for 80. Fortunately, broadsword for 2 Gs, and he's going to go ahead and grab it. So, yeah, not a terrible exchange there, and he still has enough to grab a couple of keys. So Jay Coper, though, is walking around, finding a couple of different things, but as Demon Knights are not good look there because of the fact that they, with the high agility and dodge rate, yeah, not fun.
I think he's looking for more metal slimes, maybe.
Could easily be doing that. Oh, he already filled up on keys, so yeah, he's looking for metal slimes. He's looking for experience.
Unfortunately, not finding any now as many as he was finding earlier.
Yep, and the upgrade of broadsword gives him a little bit more of a broad range of things to swing at. And Vinicus just took down a metal slime just a minute ago, so that's a huge thing for him. Also now Vinicus with the experience lead, with Ladab right behind him. So it looks like Vinicus has found a nice little grind spot with some Wraith Knights, metal slimes, a couple other pieces and parts, so he's not too terrible, but that dodging little Wraith Knight there, not fun.
Alright, so J Cobra's found the back of Garenham. I don't believe there's anything here worth picking up. Maybe an herb.
Herb and some gold, but we do have at least the cave behind, so let's see what's back here behind Garenham. And we have Swamp South. And the plus here is if our spike tiles are vanilla, which they should be, that means we have a green dragon, which is very grindable, not at the moment, but in the near future.
Yep, and we will probably need the princess. Of course, we haven't seen coordinates yet, but we know where the princess is now in case we do need her for the GPS.
And it looks like we've been transported over to a completely different set of islands, so we might find something over here we might need. Maybe a coal or a Cantlin would be great. J Cope are finding wolves for 40 experience each over here, so this is not a terrible little grind spot, but again, knowing that the gap between 11 and 12 is pretty extensive, I mean, it's better than nothing, I suppose.
Yeah, we don't really have the ability to take down anything worth 100 plus experience at the moment. Not easily, anyway.
Nope. I mean, Vinicus has got a good spot over here too, but he is getting hammered and resources taken down pretty quickly. But he, again, does have that experience lead by a couple hundred experience points. Also finding Goldman, so if he needs to do any kind of gold grind, he has at least a mini walking chest there. Takes down the Wyvern for an easy 65 XP. So, again, he's got a really good grind spot right here. Wolf Lords, Wraiths, Wraith Knights, Wyverns, Metal Slimes. He's got a good little zone transition going on here. And it looks like Ladab is in the same area, so they both have a pretty good grind going on here. Minus the fact that Ladab is finding the red slimes and heading back on the other side of the swamp to find what Vinicus is finding.
Just Chris is going for Hawksness. Unfortunately, there's Star Wyverns in here.
And unfortunately, Star Wyvern's going to send him home, and it's not going to be enough, but at least he has an idea. And now everybody, I think, has full knowledge of where Hawksness is. Okay, so 23 and a half minutes in, and we have varying degrees of equipment, varying degrees of pieces and parts, but everybody pretty close on experience, within a couple hundred of each other still. Yeah, this is rough, man. Like, you haven't found one piece of homework yet, and knowing that now everything is vanilla, you're going to more than likely be rescuing a princess tonight.
Most likely. Now, we could always get easy coordinates like we had in the last seed, but you never know.
Very true. Vinnick is going to get sent home by the Demon Knight, unfortunately. That one was a little bit, little rough, but, the try for it, sometimes you just got to try, right?
Indeed. I think Ladab and Jacob are getting pretty close to that level now.
Vinnicus is right there with him, too. So just about any moment, we should see one of them break that experience barrier, and hopefully we'll get a decent level 12 here. Again, vanilla spells, so we're not going to be relying too much on spells, but we are looking for maybe a little bit of boost in strength. I think right now a double-digit strength boost with everybody having a broadsword would be significant and would give those guys a rather big... Well, no, wait. Sorry, the bottom two down there have hand axes, while Jay Coper has a broadsword. So, yeah, a double-digit strength increase would give Jay Coper a huge advantage right now.
For sure. We're about half the strength we need to be for a normal DL2 fight, which it looks like we're going to have here anyway.
Yeah, everything is just vanillaed up, so I'm expecting the long haul in Sharlock. And a quick Hakai from Ladab, going to send that Wyvern home without having to use any of the sleep magic. Vinnicus finding the old jerk there, so he's also found Breckenary. Got a cheap in, so he should be finding... I was going to say, there it is. Should be finding Rimildar very quickly.
Yep, going to heal up and make sure he can get there.
And of course, that is normal on a seed like this, is you're going to see a lot of bonks, because bonking is a big thing right now, especially with invisibility.
And thankfully, bonks don't do damage, at least not in this version.
You are sure right on that. There are versions where bonks can cost you, and man, let me tell you, I would not survive that very well. I bonk a lot.
Well, it's a good way to train, I guess, against bonks.
Well, Ladab is back in that same grinding spot, and at 1450 up on Jay Coper and 1405 on Ladab, 1454, still not at 12, but we're pretty close. Bonks are safe till the fun police shows up, right? All right, we should see one of the two of them here pretty quickly get this level 12. Jay Coper fighting a lot of skeletons and scorpions, while Ladab is fighting a lot of wyverns and things of that nature, so they're pretty close neck and neck, while Ladab is using a little more resources. Jay Coper's got a pretty clean, easy fights over there. Oh, Vinnick is getting sent home from the night. Thought he had enough damage to it, and unfortunately not enough. 458 to go for Vinnicus at 1186. So both Jay Coper and Ladab are pretty close. In fact, Ladab should do it with this Wraith kill. All right,
Go.
and we have it.
11, 11, 7, 21 on the outside. That's not too bad of a level.
Nope, and as long as we don't have another gap like that, this shouldn't be too much worse. But we do need to start exploration before too long, because in a race like this where you're close to 30 minutes in and you still haven't found a piece of homework, it's gotta feel a little rough.
Well, I think that's our Stones Cave.
I was about to say, well, ask and thou shalt receive, because there's our stones of sunlight. So, Ladaba on the board with homework, first one to strike. So, not terrible, but our HP is still lacking quite a bit now that I look at it. 54 HP on Big Swamp is never fun.
Especially without Urgix armor. Now we know where the armor is, but we have to get through the enemy, and 54 is not great for that.
Nope, 54 with only heal and things of that nature. Even landing a stop spell and hoping that he continuously tries to put you to sleep, there is that chance he swings and it's going to hurt a lot.
Yeah, and of course, just pointed out in chat too, spells are vanilla, so heal more does not come before 17, and we don't get hurt more at all, most likely. If we do, it's at level 19.
Agreed, but I mean, looking at how some of these stats are coming along, there's a good possibility we may go past 17. But again, that just depends on what the stats look like there. Jay Coper finally has 12 and has found Cantlin, and with keys, he can pick up the coordinates here.
Yep, gonna pick up more keys first, just to make sure he has enough.
Not to mention, take a look and see what the shop's got. If he's got a good price for Silver Shield here, we can see a huge increase in defense. And we do, as well as Flame Sword. Oh my goodness.
I had never noticed vanilla shops.
He got money back on that entire deal because the broadsword cost so much compared to the flame sword. So, yeah, nice little money-making game right there for Jay Coper. And we're going to pick up some coordinates. He should have enough HP and magic points to get through this.
But Dob is fighting that accidentally, trying to throw stop spells at it. Hoping for some sleeps, I think.
Well, he got it, but now he's got to hope for the sleeps to come.
41 south and 2 east.
That's not a terrible piece, and easily walkable.
The Dob trying the vanilla speedrun strats there, I think, and couldn't quite hold it up.
So now Jay Coper's sitting in a pretty good situation with the Flame Sword and Silver Shield. Big defense boost for him, big attack boost for him. But again, now he's going to have to somehow find his way back over to Hawksness and hope that it's enough. But again, with 54 HP, you're not looking really good on this.
I'm going to pick up some sundries here. I guess a Dragon Scale and a set of wings.
Dragon Scale's always good for 2 more defense power, so a huge, not a huge boost, but enough of a boost to at least take a point of damage away from some things.
So I think Venicus is the only player not on level 12 right now. He's pretty close, only about 400 experience away.
Right, but Vinicus has been doing a lot of exploration, but we have level 13 for Ladab, which is 2 power, 15 speed, 4 HP in return. No magic, but at least a little bit more HP.
Yep, Jacob picks up the Fairy Flute, finding coal. Doesn't have to do any more shopping for gear. The Fairy Flute is nice because we should have the Golem in the Hoxus.
Meanwhile, Vinicus has found Cantlin. He's picking up his Silver Shield and Flame Sword, so he is also probably going to be picking up coordinates while he is here as well. So now 2 runners, at least with that little bit of information, we have 2 runners who have their stones of sunlight finding that cave. So again, once again, our runners are in varying degrees of knowledge and or gathering pieces so far. So yeah, it's still anybody's race here.
Oh yeah, we're nowhere near the end of this one by the look of it.
You know, it's crazy. That other race was, 45 minutes for a first place finish and 58 minutes, but it did not feel like that was just so long. But when you have mostly vanilla type stats and things of that nature, it just feels like it drags, and you feel that while you're racing.
Oh yeah, it can wear on you after a while. Let's just thank God that we're not racing actual vanilla. It takes a minimum of 5 hours.
Right? Juice says, let's hope Vinicus remembers there's magic armor in the bottom shop just to check the price on that. I don't blame you. Because especially with 872, I mean, you could definitely pick up, but I think he's going to bypass and just continue onward.
Alright, Just Chris hits level 13 as well. There's 3 of our runners on 13 now, all tied up pretty much.
Yep, everybody's in varying pieces, but again, that makes some small difference, but at the same time, it doesn't make that much of a difference just yet because, again, you're going to have to find the pieces and parts you're missing, and we have Vinicus who's found coal as well, so he's going to pick up his fairy flute.
That's Chris going for that Axe Knight now. Immediately stop spell, and it works. It gets the immediate sleep. That's perfect.
Unfortunately, dealing 8 damage is not going to be enough, and the sleep is really not going to come on this one either. So this is going to be rough unless he can hope for a couple more sleeps from this Axe Knight, but I don't think he's going to see him.
Has enough MP that he could try to drag it out. It's a 16 there. That's not bad.
I stand corrected. He is definitely seeing the sleeps here, so he's able to at least keep the pressure on this Axe Knight. Hopefully, getting the battle of attrition won here.
There we go. Another attack. 12.
Gets a double, possibly a triple here. Gets the triple out of it and gets him down.
Nice.
Just Chris is going to pick up the armor, and that is going to help him out immensely now that he is not taking the damage and healing every step. So, and then, of course, that hurt more now doing half the damage.
Yeah, you keep yourself healed. As much as the Erdrick's armor heals you every step, you still want to keep yourself healed when you're in an area like this.
Now, if he can find Cantlin, he can pick up that Silver Shield and Flame Sword and be in real good shape. Right now, just Chris just pulled out. He may not have the experience lead, but he definitely has the lead now with the big swamp and the Erdrick's armor. Meanwhile, Vinicus has found himself another grind spot to try and pull that little experience hole that he's in. Try to get at least this level 12 because it was a pretty hefty run from 11 to 12, and looks like 13 to 14 is just as expansive.
Yeah, it was around 1,600 experience for level 12. 13 to 14, now we're on level, 3,000 experience. I still haven't hit 14 yet.
So right now, everybody's in different varying spots, doing different various grinds, just trying to get past this massive experience gap that we have trying to go from 13 to 14, because we hit 13 well close to what was it, about 1700, and now we're 2900 over on YakkoWakko screen and still have not hit 14.
Yep, and at the moment it's really hard to die without trying, so nobody really knows how much experience you need. No one's really talked to the king lately.
Vinicus is heading back to go see how far he needs to get. He's only 208 away from 13, but he's going to find out real quick that little piece of information doesn't take you too far when it comes from 13 to 14. And of course, just Chris over there showing off his shiny metal armor that the stop spell just bounces right off of. Knight's now not really a big issue for just Chris.
Looks like he's going to pick up some fairy water here.
A good play. That way you can get rid of some of those lower ranked enemies, start picking on some of the bigger stuff, and gaining that experience a lot faster. Again, YakkoWakko, Ladab, both dedicated grind. Ladab currently in the lead at 3462 and still not at level 14 yet.
Ladab, of course, only rocking the hand axe, so it's a little bit slower, has to take on enemies, like a few more swings on each enemy. But still managing to stay ahead just by a couple hundred.
Indeed, and again, he has his stones, so he has at least a piece of homework. Where YakkoWakko has the gear advantage, Ladab has the fighter's ring and the stones, so he's sitting in good shape. What we really need to see is Grave. I mean, we need Grave. We know we're at least on a couple of our runners where the token is. It's within walking distance. So at this point now, it's just doing the thing.
Yeah, Grave is definitely required. Deep Grave too.
Yep, and then of course, Charlock's not far. It is just southeast or southwest of the castle, and not a terrible walk. So once we do have the things, that's another spot that our guys can start heading to, do some grinding on with green dragons. The bigger type enemies there. Not a terrible idea if we can get to that point.
Just Chris goes into the Randomizer shop, doesn't have enough for the broadsword. Okay, 4255 to level 14, so that's almost 6,000 experience, or just over.
Yep, so we are a good ways away from 14. Again, still sitting on the low end of HP, so our folks without armor are having to very much watch what they're doing as far as running through swamps and things like that. But thinking about it, we have seen, I don't think we've seen Swamp Cave yet on this one, have we?
They're kind of blending together now. Maybe behind Rimmelder?
I did, yeah. We did find it. We had a walk in and walk out, so we didn't see too much of it. Oh, that's right. YakkoWakko is the one who found it. So YakkoWakko knows that is a thing, but again, with the low HP, green dragons are not quite on the table just yet either. And Vinicus is going to go try armor here.
Yep. I think it was 6132, I believe the experience is going to work out for 14.
Vinicus getting back-to-back sleeps.
Doing some decent damage.
Well, he's got that flame sword as compared to just Chris's hand axe, so an easy victory for him. He's going to be able to pick up the armor, and now Vinicus is in a really good spot, but he is considerably far behind on the experience right now.
Yep, and YakkoWakko and Ladab are pretty much even here now.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like either of them are slowing down. YakkoWakko has the advantage of the flame sword, but Ladab is in a little bit of an easier spot, able to take things down without using too many resources. So both of them in real good spot as far as experience goes, but they still have a little ways to go without knowing it.
I believe just Chris is in Swamp Cave now, fighting the Green Dragon.
That he is, and if he can get this Green Dragon down and pick up you don't really need the Princess skin. The coordinates are walking distance, but it's a pretty good experience boost. Again, being almost 2,000 points behind the other two, not knowing that, it is a little bit rough trying to just take this Green Dragon down this early, and he's not going to be able to do it.
Had the Princess in hand, but dropped her there.
And just Chris is going to take a look back behind the castle. He's going to find that we don't have much back there, and then the gold that is inside of the... he took 5 hits without dying. I died after 4. Oh, man.
Just luck of the swings, I guess.
Yep, and now just Chris finding that the Music Man's under the castle. And Ladab, of course, Ladab hasn't found Cantlin yet, so they don't have coordinates. I'm surprised we haven't seen anybody go to do a coordinate run just yet.
Ladab and YakkoWakko have that nice grind zone that they really don't want to leave.
Oh, and I don't blame him. I mean, at this point, it is... no keys for Ladab yet. He's not found Rimmildar yet. So yeah, this is the battle of attrition. Pretty much when you get these vanilla-like seeds. Just Chris going back for that Green Dragon again. Gonna give it another shot.
Rolls are kind of low.
And you kind of want to see that more often. You want to see the fire breath because, again, with the armor on, you're taking less damage from either of the breath weapons. So you definitely want to see that versus him hitting you for 20. Juice says Vinicus is over here fishing for metal slimes.
Alright, a crit on the Green Dragon there.
Alright, just Chris is going to pick up our princess. We've got enough for outside as well, so we will see the outside here. I'm noticing there's just a lot of jests here on the channel today because now that pesky Edge, that Ninja Tile run's gone, now we have just Edge.
Oh no, a werewolf. We don't want that. And a wizard.
And now we see Cantlin, so don't quite have enough for our Silver Shield, but we do have enough for the Flame Sword if he opens that door and takes a look at it first.
looks like he's going straight there.
And Ladab getting shut down just short of keys. Man, he saw it. Hopefully he'll get back over there and get it. But we do see a flame sword now for just Chris, and he did see the price on the silver shield, so I do believe we'll see a silver shield grab here in the near future as well.
Yep. I know Jay Coper's a little less than 1,000 experience away from 14.
Yeah, this is one of the fun pieces to the random experience requirements is you can have a handful of levels come at you real quick, and if you get stuck in a spot where you've just got enough HP to do nothing, you are going to have a bad time. And right now, our runners, for the entertainment of our chat, of course, are having that bad time.
But I'm not quite sure where the center of the screen is there. Doesn't want to walk out here, taking it slow.
But he gets in there, and now we have keys on all of our runners, so now everybody is able to get in and out of the places they need to go.
It looks like Venicus is counting the coordinates here. Nope, maybe not.
So 3 runners now with their stones and nothing else. I mean, this has just been a grind mode for everybody. Just Chris is sitting in this area. He's got green dragons out here. So finding a lot of the Sharlock level enemies, as well as continuing on with the fight with this green dragon. Hopefully we don't lose the princess again. Oh, we got enough. Yep, enough is enough. We're going to get the kill on the green dragon, but again, we know that experience jump from 13 to 14 is pretty expansive.
The Dob is upgraded to his broadsword and gets enough money back to buy the magic armor.
Yeah, Ladab and Jay Coper still have not decided to go back to Hawks's and give it a shot. But we do have Grave over on Venicus' side, so he is making the dive down for the harp. So we'll see that coming up out of this here real quick. And of course, now just Chris is taking on these Sharlock level monsters with werewolves and green dragons and all this right here with a town close by. So not a bad play. It takes him a little bit longer, but he's got that flame sword, so it helps. Meanwhile, Jay Coper closing in on that the end of that grind for 14. It doesn't look like the enemy set down in Grave is too terrible, and not terrible to grind on a little bit either while he's down here. But Venicus is not running away. He's just heading down here, pick up the harp, fight whatever he can on the way down.
Just Chris is in a terrible battle with the werewolf. Has to heal 5 or 6 times to get 1 attack. There we go, it takes it down. Alright, Cobra 1 or 2 kills away here from the level. Here we go.
And
6, 365, and 1. If I read that right.
you did not read that incorrectly. That was 65 HP. That is a huge boost. And Jay Coper now right where he needs to be to definitely go get armor.
Yeah, that's all the HP we need.
Vinicus now has Harp as well, so huge, huge piece for him. Looks like he's counting coordinates as well, so Vinicus on his way to grab his stuff. And again, I see what Just Chris is doing. He's right there at Cantlin, so he has the ability to fight some of the bigger monsters and try to take them down. But now Jake Hopper is in a real good spot to go get his armor and be in good shape to start exploring and picking up the things he's missing.
Yeah, I don't think we need to level much past here. Of course, we're going to need 17, but just get that as you're wandering. Maybe fight the X-Lane a few times.
Yeah, and again, it's also going to depend where we're going to have that huge grind between where we are now and, level 15. That would be rough to see. But at 123 HP and 101 magic, I think he's in good shape. I think he's in real good shape now.
Yeah, man, I got a big experience advantage over Ladab. Him and Ladab were basically kill for kill there for a long time. Now Ladab is about 2,000 experience back.
Meanwhile, Vinicus, I believe, just picked up his token, possibly? I know he was counting. Oh, it was a miscount. No, that's never fun. Just Chris, though, is not taking any... He's not worried too much about anything here. Not enough underscore in Mitch's name, right? Not near enough.
Alright, Ladab in the shop now, looking for some upgraded gear. All he needs is the flamethrower, though. Oh, and Silver Shield.
Yeah, I was going to say, Silver Shield and Flame Sword will get him at least best gear money can buy. Meanwhile, Coper taking a look around. Hopefully he heads back over. I mean, like I said, with the definite advantage of HP doubled now, I would definitely be running back to Hawksness and saying, you know what, I got this. Just hit the stop spell and swing away. Meanwhile, Just Chris is finding all kinds of stuff over here. Just taking the princess on a complete worldly tour.
I think returned out of the same spot that Jake Hopper did, actually.
Well, now Vinicus has the token, so we're going to go see a heart turn in and probably a rainbow drop pickup. But then what then, Vinicus? A lot of grinding, buddy, because it's going to take a minute. But that does put Vinicus in a really good spot because then he's in grind and go. I think you probably maybe hit 14 and then go see about maybe doing a sword dive.
Cobra finds the Stones of Sunlight.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to see from Vinicus here is he immediately returned out of the castle and started heading southwest. So I think he's on his way to go see the jerk. Now the question is do we see a sword dive from Vinicus at this level? Question mark?
I mean, it'd be great for grinding, but it'll be hard to get down there.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, we see that the agility's at 82, but again, we know how that could be just a number at times.
All right, Ladab finding out about the vanilla shops, gets his flame sword and silver shield pretty cheap. Actually makes money on the thing.
Yeah, that broadsword definitely gave you the advantage. But does Ladab have coordinates? I don't know if Ladab ever saw coordinates yet or not.
I think he just got them.
All right, so I think everybody has coordinates at this point. I think including Cooper, but I don't remember if Cooper got them or not. Either way, we've got one person who's now Sharlock ready-ish, quote unquote. So yeah, if we see a sword dive, I wouldn't be surprised. But at the same token, I don't know if you want to do that or not.
Just Chris going in the tablet cave. I don't think he realizes about the vanilla searches yet.
Well, we're definitely going to find out because there's your dragon scale, and he is going to put it on. So now he has all of his put onable stuff. So not terrible for him. That's 2 more defense points. Going to help with these green dragons he's been grinding on, and now he's got Grave, so he's about to pick up Harp as well.
Cooper's still on 14 and is up to 7,800 experience now.
In-game leveling is just dirty. All right, Fennicus heading down to the Green Dragon here. So I think we're going to see a Green Dragon grind for Vinicus before we see anything else.
Chris now heading down. Doesn't really need to pick up this chest, but again, it's just mentioned in chat. Not really sure where the vanilla items are. So the cursed belt and the silver harp is at the bottom of Grave.
Meanwhile, Cooper up here is taking down wizards in Hawksness, so we should see an Axe Knight kill and an armor pick up here in just a second for him.
Yeah, no reason he can't get through this now. A little low on MP, but with the HP and strength we've got, shouldn't be a problem. Those wizards are broken already.
Just saying this race was a good lesson giver to me. Well, sometimes that is what it takes, is just one race to give you a quick lesson on some things. I've been doing this a while, and I still learn something new every once in a while.
Yeah, you're always learning, and it's nice to watch these races back sometimes to see what your opponents did and how they got ahead of you, if they did, right?
Oh yeah, no, I always, some people are like, "Why just go back and watch this after you raced it?" Because I want to see kind of where a decision making piece could have been a little bit better, and because sometimes it's not even RNG, sometimes it's decision making. If you make a good decision early, it could definitely play in your favor.
Yep. Jay Cooper had to run away from the first Axe Knight, but now it looks to be taking down this one, I think.
Yep, easy damage race for him. He's going to pick it up and his armor, so that is going to help him out significantly. Now he's got the 1 HP heals, and with 123 HP and 92 defense points at this point, he's in real good shape. He just needs to find out, where's the next level at? How far does he have to go?
For sure. And of our other 3 runners, Ladab is the closest to 14 and still over 1,000 experience away.
Actually, Vinicus is now right behind him because he's settled in on this Green Dragon grind.
Oh, wow, yeah. So this will be a decent grind for sure. Green Dragon is broken.
Oh yeah, and considering that you've got you've got Swamp Cave right underneath Garenham, you just go right back upstairs for a quick rest and right back at it.
Jay Cooper grabbing his fighter's ring should go down and... Oh, is he going to bother to go down? No, I just get out of here, I think.
I think he's going to go for Death Necklace now. He's 123 HP. Might as well pick up the Death Necklace just in case. But,
right, I guess wouldn't know that it's not active here.
Yep, not knowing, so there we go.
It looks like Ladab is about to pick up his armor as well.
Goes for the all-in-one and gets it, and he's going to pick up the armor, so there we go. And Vinnick is coming back up, getting his quick recharge, and on his way right back down. Yeah, now all of our runners are starting to converge into close to the same pieces and parts now. So, yeah, it's big on Jay Coper having the experience lead, but that experience lead is really starting to close up as Vinnicus settles in on Screen Dragon grind. Ladab just saying, you know what, I can continue fighting the Sax Knight. So, not a terrible choice. I mean, this is, you know, you have the apples and oranges discussion, I guess, at this point, which is the better grind. I mean, the Green Dragon, I think, is the better grind at the moment, especially with the lack of HP. But again, not bad. Yeah, and hurt more, right?
Usually the way I look at it is the Axe Knight is better with hurt more because it'll go down usually to 1, whereas the Green Dragon goes down less often. But if you're just swinging, the Green Dragon is usually better. First, what do I know? I never made the playoffs.
Right, I've always been the always the bridesmaid, never the bride when it comes to the playoffs. I think I made playoffs with one bracket, but you know what? At this point, I'm in it for a lot of the fun, and you know, next week's gonna be real fun because it is position round, so you get to see some of the guys who are in the same point bracket as you. So it ought to be entertaining.
Yeah, I was taking a quick look at the brackets earlier. Granted, they're going to change a little bit after this race's input, but some of the people I was against are going to be tough opponents.
Oh yeah, and speaking of, currently, at least with the folks who have races finished within the top 16, you know, you've got the standard up at the top with Aaron Beta Diabetes and Joof. You've got DK Archfield Sassage and Scarlet Shadow, Destiny High Spirits Sandcraft Angel, and then Ziggy Quinn Patrick, Keegless, and Chadbert. So right now your top 16, those are going to be fun races to watch because you know, at least those last 4. You know, a loss there could really put you out. So it's going to be interesting to see these last races for week 5.
High Spirits, why is Angel near me? I thought he was bad.
Well, I mean, even though you know, even those that's your top 16. If you look at some of these other ones, and again, with Vinnicus in this race currently, his point stat is going to change depending on where he finishes. But you know, you still have Artorias, Ragai, Hoodie, Zatrix, Slamu, a lot of folks who still have you know, points to put into this and still in there.
Yeah, if you take a quick look there, anyone in 25th place still has a chance at the playoffs at being in the top 16, depending on how things work out.
And that also could be a huge, you know, one or two person out of an entire playoff of, you know, 15-point folks. It could still end up that way too. But again, we'll have to wait and see how these races coming up this next week play out.
So Just Chris is in Sherlock, going with the princess, going for the sword, I guess.
Like I said, he's taking her on a complete world tour. He's showing her all the things. That sword pickup would be huge for him because then Green Dragons are an easy grind for him. But Vinnick is closing that experience gap now, 500-600 ahead of, or no, sorry, almost 700 ahead of Ladab, and closing the gap between he and Jay Coper on these Green Dragons alone.
Coper now up to 8,600 experience, still not 15. It'd be interesting to see Vinnicus or Chris die now just to see what the experience would need to be.
Agreed. Like right now, like I said, we're almost at 9,000 on Jay Coper's end, and we still haven't hit 15 yet. And we know for a fact that this 100% has to go to 17. So good times, I'm telling you.
Yep, and the Dove will be at 14 shortly. Another couple kills.
And of course, Vinicus picking up that 14. It gives him a huge advantage because now these green dragons, he can swing a couple of times before he even has to use any of his resources, and it's just put him in a much better position grind-wise.
Drosy, we are indeed playing vanilla spell levels. It was a random chance for that to turn on or off, this being random percent week, but it did in fact turn on. We have to go to 17 for heal more, not likely to see 19 for herd more.
Oh yeah, and I mean, for the simple fact, not just spell levels, but we've seen a lot of things vanilla-ish, to include our search spots, our spike tiles, um, weapon shops. Thankfully, pricing was not vanilla, but everything has been vanilla-ish.
Alright, just passed over 9,000 experience and still no level.
It's over 9,000! Always a fun time when you get to this point.
Yeah.
And you look at this if you're Jay Coper, do I hit a return just to go see how close I am, or do I just keep going? I would probably hit my return and just see, what the next piece is and go ahead and refill.
Possible, but he's been doing so good on that grind. Just walked in the tablet, took a couple of steps, and realized I don't need to be in here.
But now he knows where he's at, and there is going to be his harp, so we might as well get this one out the way. He has enough for outside, so, not a terrible idea. I think he might even have a set of wings in his inventory, so return, not really a big piece. But now with Jay Coper off the grind, Vinicus is quickly catching up. With each green dragon, puts him in a much better position to completely catch up. And again, he has all his things. He has the rainbow drop. He just needs to go get sword, but he's waiting until he at least has the levels to do so. And I'd not be surprised if at some point or another a mistake happens that he decides to, go pick that up. But again, at 64 strength, even with the sword, it's not going to be enough for any kind of craziness. So again, we know for a fact 17 is a must because we need heal more. But if the strength doesn't come at any point in time, this is going to be fun to see us get from 17 to 18.
Yep, and just Chris almost at the sword. It just about gets taken out by a blue dragon. Manages to run away.
A gutsy call for just Chris here, but again, if he picks up that sword, that makes his green dragon grinds that much easier for him. And Coper now in Garenham, so let's see where he goes from here. Very good point, Ju. Final dive is a bit faster and safer with a sword already in hand. And there it is, Erdrick's sword for just Chris. So, yeah, huge attack boost, puts him at 100 attack power versus the 94 that Vinicus has, but he is a level behind as well.
Not enough MP for a return there, but it's just around the corner.
And again, Vinicus over here closing the gap between he and Jay Coper, now within 700-ish experience, somewhere around that. Again, each green dragon kill is just putting him closer and closer as Jay Coper's doing his homework. But Jay Coper's now just on the token walk, so We're going to see that in his inventory real quick. That will make him in a good spot with just having to have that token and then go turn into the jerk. So we'll see him back on a grind here in a second. But I think by that time, Vinicus will probably be caught up to him as far as experience goes.
Yeah, I don't expect Vinicus to leave between Garenham and Swamp Cave anytime soon.
Now, I foresee Vinicus riding this one out as far as it'll go. Again, once he hits 15, he'll see that, oh, well, Jacob's already at 15, but once he hits 15, I don't think he's going to leave. I think he's just going to stay around. Jacob got 15 just around 9K, so yeah, Vinicus should get that here in just a second and continue this grind. I think if Vinicus keeps this up the way he is, it's either going to be a very close race between Vinicus and Jake Hoper, or Vinicus is just going to start running away with this here real soon.
Just Christo for the sword with the princess just for style? I think he just picked up the princess and hasn't really died since, more than anything.
Nope, and he has been fighting green dragons and anything Sharlock based, with the exception of for the dive down, but now he's going to go settle back down into this green dragon grind again.
Has to be a little careful of his keys there. I think he must have just noped at the back.
And Vinicus with a quick Hakai on the green dragon does a one shot on him. He's going to try and milk as much of this as he can before he goes back up and rests. He just got 15, and now he and Jake Hoper are really neck and neck. Jake Hoper with the advantage, having just recently refreshed his resources versus Jake Hoper, or Vinicus on his way to do that now.
And now Chris is on the same exact grind.
Artorius bringing up a good point. Just Chris has the princess just for knowing where his sprite's at. That's actually a really awesome play right there.
Only works when going left and right, normally. Maybe not.
Well, down, but then if you go up, yeah, you lose it for that split second. But, that's, again, it's still helpful. And Ladab on his way down for the harp as well now. So, yeah, 16 came at 9,800 ish. So now we just need one more level. But again, that strength is still lagging behind just a little bit. And we do not have Death Necklace. So we're going to have to hope for a rather large strength increase on level 17, or we're going to see 18 for sure.
Yeah, normally want to be approaching 90 strength, and we're at 60-something?
60-ish, yeah. $82 on Coper and $78 on Vinicus.
So yeah, another 8 strength would be great. You could probably get away with 5 or 6, maybe.
Yeah, because Coper doesn't have his sword yet, versus where Chris does, but Chris is significantly behind in experience. This is definitely where things are paying off for Coper on the early grind between he and Ladab, and now Vinicus catching up. There's level 16 for Vinicus. So yeah, Coper and Vinicus real close in experience. About a 200, about 1,000 point deficit between the two. But again, that can change with good rolls, bad rolls, things like that. But yeah, lots of magic, lots of hit points. Again, each of them are going to have to dive for the sword. As long as those dives don't wear out too much of their resources, we should see a one-shot dive on both of them here shortly.
I would expect so, yeah. Now, Vinicus is going to end up with more experience on this particular dive, but it doesn't matter because Jay Coper just got 17. 3
power.
Beta says he thinks it's winnable, and Jay Coper would be the one to go early.
Yeah, 17. I'd give it a shot. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? I mean, honestly, yeah. I mean, they're both rocking strength HP builds. Yeah, no, I definitely think Coper goes here, gets his sword, and I think it's in good shape.
Yeah, Cobra stat's a little off. He does have the fighter's ring equipped, which I think is up there now. So Venicus should be getting that level any kill now.
And in that case, it's going to be who has the better luck down there. Yeah, one more kill is going to give it to him.
Cobra's going for fairy water strats, possibly. Picked up a couple anyway.
And Vinicus doing the same thing, but he's going to continue the grind. He's not going to go for it.
No, wants a little bit more attack power, I think.
Well, I mean, this is... I understand the safe call here, but Coper's going to make a shot for it. Yeah, let's see if it pays off. And again, it's going to depend, because we've not seen a red dragon, we've not seen a stone man, we've not seen a golem, so we don't know, or well, we do know. We know what they've got. So red dragons can definitely be the equalizer down there.
Oh yeah, we do have a full Carlactive, of course, we saw earlier. As you're pointing out, level 18 could be in 3,000 experience or 300, and I'm usually one of those runners that will maybe take the enemies that are broken down here, like the green dragons and the wizards, stuff like that. Of course, it does slow you down if you attack them, so... Do you think you're ahead? Do you think you're not? Do you think you could use that extra level?
And Vinicus takes the death, so let's see. Yeah, 1,289. I think you see Vinicus make a run for it right here.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's only like 10 green dragons, but 10 green dragons still take a while.
Yeah, and with Coper on his way down on the diamond floor now, yeah, just make a shot for it. Again, though, this is the equalizer can come into play here. Axe Knights are still hitting for 12, but we haven't seen AK-47s pop out here yet. Yeah, but they should be popping up on the next floor or two. And man, this Sharlock run is going Coper's way right now.
But use the fairy water, keep as much away as possible.
And the Demon Knight is not letting Vinicus get away. So as this sits right now, Coper needs 1 point to be at that 10-point cutoff. Ladab needs 3 points to be at that 10-point cutoff. Chris just needs a point, and then Vinicus is already in that cutoff. So any kind of points for Vinicus is just going to be helpful. But right now, Ladab has got to at least finish third place to be in that 10-point range. And Aaron throwing it out there, Vinicus would get in with a win. That is absolutely true, because a win puts him at 17. So that puts him 100% qualified. Oh yeah, no, math is never my strong point, even though I deal with it every day. Sometimes I just shut the brain off on the weekend.
Yeah, 10 more green dragons. You probably grab them on the dive. Or wizards, or, like I said, anything here. The Dob finally hits 15. Shortly after Duck Chris.
Well, there is that red dragon, so let's see how bad this gets. Not too bad. He's able to get away from that one with the agility 87. He's got a much better chance of getting away, so this is not terrible for him if he can make a clean shot to the spike tile. Alrighty, so here we go, the Golem Spike Tile. We will see a Fairy Flute from J. Coper here to put him to sleep. Couple of good quick swings, and then we should be ready to go, go, go.
Woke up on the first turn, but that's okay. Fairy Flute. We've got Speed Hex on, so that Fairy Flute goes by pretty quick. Alright, we've got 132 HP, 112 MP, 143 HP. We're pretty good here.
Yeah, Venicus is in a good spot. He's fixing to get to the sword. Meanwhile, Coper on his first fight with the DL took 44 and 35, and that hurt more coming into play there. 25 though, 3-round DL1. Here we go with this DL2. Should be pretty easy for him.
Yeah, barring a miss menu, I can't see any issues here at all. Again, we rolled, well, what we would have in vanilla randomizer, so J. Coper knows exactly how this fight is going to go.
All right, Venicus on his way down to pick up sword right now. Chris is at 16, closing in on 17, as is Ladab. So there's going to be a real close race for third, fourth place coming up here real quickly. Oh, that is a very good point. Just Chris doesn't have to go for sword. He's already got it. Ladab still has to stop for the sword.
Yeah, that's a couple minutes out of your way. And there's 17. The Dob is about 2 fights off.
All right, Venicus has sword, and he's on his way. He's on the U floor now. Coper still wrangling with this DL2 here. The rolls are not working in his favor very well. He's got it, though, with some resources to spare. Get you. GG's out in the chat for J. Coper, who's going to be coming in first place here. What a finish. Venicus right behind, too. He's on the red carpet floor right now.
J. Coper, I know you were in chat earlier. If you're still in and want to jump into the commentary booth, feel free. All right, just Chris headed in.
Yep, Ladob's still there working on that green dragon. I don't think he thinks that this is enough, even with the sword.
All right, Jacober won't be jumping into commentary. He's away at the moment, but he is in chat, so if anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask.
I guess the one question I think that is on all of our minds is that grind between 13 and 14 and 14 and 15. I can only imagine the thoughts going through the head at that point in time. And of course, that 65 HP jump. You've got to love that when you're only at like 50 something HP.
Yeah, double your experience or your HP, right? Zero heart bar gasp. It's like we didn't have it.
Le shock.
All right, Venicus on the golem fight here now. May get 18 on this fight.
And Just Chris is coming up right behind him on the U floor, heading down to the red carpet floor right now. So, yikes.
Oh, I never noticed that. Jacob was saying if you listen to his audio, we've actually passed the vanilla XP requirement for that level.
And that was a true statement. 7 HP, 1 magic point. So level 18, not really helpful in any way, shape, or form, with the exception of a few HP points.
Just Chris, I don't think knows where the sword is normally.
He's already got sword. I'm not sure what he's looking for here.
Herb, maybe.
Fair enough. Could be looking for Death Necklace too,
Yeah.
but Death Necklace was in its vanilla location, did not spawn in.
Indeed he was. This is confirming in chat. So if you happen to see a chest that only has 100 and something gold in it, that is a Death Necklace chest. Every other chest will give you a minimum of 500, I believe. Well, I think Venicus just got 18 because it was so close on the way down. Ladob, I'm not sure why.
And then, of course, Ladab will get that level and realize that there was no strength or anything like that to come with it, so it would be a huge disappointment. Barring Venicus having any kind of miss menu here, Just Chris is right hot on his tail here. So if Venicus for any reason messes this fight up, Just Chris could swoop in and take second place very quickly and easily.
Gets through that golem with ease.
Barring that the rolls don't look anything like Jacober's, I think we're sitting in pretty good shape for Venicus here. He just has to finish this out, and he should be able to do so here in the next swing or two with the resources he's got left. I think he's in good shape. Well, there he is, the magical ball of light now in Venicus's hands. Get the GGs in the chat for Venicus, finishing in the second place for this race. And Just Chris right now on his DL2 fight as well. So Ladab in trouble here. If Just Chris finishes this fight, Ladab will be mathematically eliminated. Ladab, though, has 150 HP versus everybody else's HP, and that's because Just Chris is using a different name identifier, which gives him a little bit different stats. But 150 HP is going to definitely get him where he needs to be if he can get there. But again, Just Chris is rocking this one out pretty well. He's not having too terrible of rolls, and this Dragon Lord's not being too terrible to him either. That is very true, Just Chris, but you're using an underscore. J. Coper used a J, while Venicus and Ladab both used Z, so it's a little bit different on the stats.
Actually, not. Where the
never mind.
randomizer uses +3 to everything.
Oh, gotcha. And he's at 17, so you know what? It's not an underscore. Oh, it's a dash. I stand corrected.
Aaron would know he uses the dash all the time.
Nonetheless, though, GG's in the crowd for GG's in the chat for Just Chris, who just finished and has the princess. So, you know, a little bit of a bonus for him. So yeah, there we go. Just Chris just finishing, which now puts Ladab in last place and mathematically eliminates him from playoff contention. But definitely puts Just Chris in there with the +1 for him. So yeah, there we go.
And of course, Chris and Venicus, if you guys want to jump in the voice room as well.
All right, so Ladab now has sword in hand on his way to the final bit of this, going down to the U floor. But these stone men are not wanting to be nice. There's a lot of them down on his floor here. All right, so that sets up a lot of different things, with this being our last race of the week that needed to be scored. A lot of people now eliminated, a lot of people needing wins this week, and a lot of people already qualified, semi-qualified, and some are just on the outside looking in, just needing top 2 finishes. And with this being a positional week coming up, huge implications for everybody at this point. And High Spirits letting us all know that the reveal show will be after this, guys. So stick around for that reveal show afterwards to check and see where everything is going to be and who your next opponents are going to be, as if you didn't know.
Actually working on that reveal right now.
All right, Ladab on his golem fight here. All right, DL1, not terrible fight here, but yeah, all of this being as close as it is, this is yet another great race tonight. It's definitely a heck of a way to end out week 4 and starting into week 5. So always fun to see these kind of things. So here we go into our DL2 fight here with Ladab. And as High Spirits does put those links here in the chat, make sure to go give all of our runners a follow, as they have put on one heck of a show for you guys here tonight, as well as the restream and tracker and commentary team here. I know I know almost all the rest of these guys put on shows on a daily basis as well. So go give them a show, or go give them a follow. Check them out, guys. And once again, we're on the final throws of this here race with Ladab finishing up the DL2 fight here, hopefully pretty quickly.
Again, level 18, lots of resources. Shouldn't be a problem here.
And Juve giving us our count up here in the chat, as I am just not great with math on the fly, so. And from the looks of it, we should be, this swing or next one should be the end of this, depending on how we rolled HP on this DL2. All right, there it is. Get your GGs in the chat for Ladab with the finishing last place. It does mathematically eliminate, but is finished on this race here. What a run, guys. And with that being said, our reveal show for week 5 is coming up shortly after this, guys. I want to thank everybody here in the booth, High Spirits and Joof, for restreaming and tracking. And of course, my co commentator, Cyberdark, once again, sticking this one out with me and chilling here in the booth with us.
Hey, thank you much yourself.
All right, guys, without further ado, we will let those who are going to be doing that reveal show do their thing as I bow out. Thank everybody and have a wonderful night. And here we go with our week 4 recap and going into week 5.
All right, I guess I'll be taking over being commentary here. Again, thank you, Edge, for bringing us through all that and letting me do some last minute things there in the last couple of fights. Okay, our week 4 recap. Week 4, of course, was random percent. We decided to bring that into the main tournament this year. You know, putting in the playoffs is nice, but we wanted everyone to get a taste of the chaos that could happen. Of course, next week we have chaos as well. And there's a look at our top 16. Aaron, Beta, DB2, Juf, DK, Archfield, Venicus, Sassage, Scarlet Shadow, Destiny, High Spirits, Stancraft, Jake Hoper, Angel, Ziggy, and Quinn. That is currently our top 16. Everything may change. There's still one more week. You're likely going to see anyone with 16 points or above stay up there. The ones with 15 may not. And this is the rest of our players down through 45, I think we had this year. Of course, the two runners on the bottom, Bob Pineapple and Harvey's, have not run week 4, sorry. So you will not see any green bars for them. Week 5, Chaos the Second. This time, a lot of these are turned on rather than tri-state. Random chest locations, so you need your maps. Random XP requirements, just like that race. Heal and hurt before more. Not vanilla spells, though, this time. Just heal hurt before more. Random monster stats, XP and gold rewarded. Speed hacks and summer sale. No scared or scaled medals. Fast XP, normal map. Treasure guards are on this time. Easy Sherlock, and of course, we have a position round. So, players 1 through, or current placing 1 through 4 will be together, and blah blah blah. We'll show you all those groups here right now. And I think Aaron is going to start moving everybody over shortly. So please wait until your groups have been sorted, and then you can feel free to schedule. Group 1, Aaron, Beta, DB2, and Joof. It's going to be an interesting one. These are our top 4 players. They're all good players. Could be, I mean, they're all already qualified, but it could give them different seeding. Group number 2, DK, Archfield, Venicus, and Sausage Link. Group 3, Scarlet Shadow, Destiny of a Dragon Warrior, High Spirits, and Sandcraft. Group 4, Dakeoper, Angel FM, Ziggy, and Quinn Patrick. Those are our top 16, of course. Group 5, Chadbert, Piglis, Artorias, and Ragai. Group 6, Zatrix, Hoodie Two Shoes, Big Slamu, and Just Chris. All the underscores in that group. Group number 7, Pav, Stags, RG, and YakkoWakko. Group 8, myself, Jackamus, Silly Dabbit, and IC10AS. I am not looking forward to that. It's going to be a rough group for me, I think. Group 9, Nim, Mand, Ladab, and Dweem. Group 10, Sanirath, Miplet, Edge, and Oog. And rounding it out with Group 11, Old Vampire Lady, Opti, and Sea Parsley. Of course, everyone this week is fighting those that they're pretty much in the same skill level, right? And there have been a couple of racers that lost out on points here or there. I mean, this is Randomizer. Anything can go any way. But yeah, this is what's going to happen. And like I said, your groups will be sorted out shortly. And then everyone will be able to schedule. We ask you to please schedule, preferably by Wednesday evening, have a schedule figured out so we can get some races finished off. And next Sunday, we'll reveal our top 16 for the playoffs. And it looks like Tilo has been putting scenarios in chat on who can win and who can play spoiler and whatever. And I haven't read it yet, but that'll be fun to read through afterwards. All right, we're going to raid over to Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide doing their finals vodcast. Thank you again so much for watching. This has been a couple of fun races and the reveal, of course. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next race. Thank you all.